Welcome back, family. To the 8th day of the Feast of Tabernacles. I pray you guys had an awesome Feast of Tabernacles. Got closer to the Most High Yah. Strengthened your relationship with Him. Today I'm just doing an 8th day sermon. But before I tear into this thing, family, let me say this up front. This message ain't for the faint of heart. This ain't till Sunday morning, oh, God loves you just the way you are, motivational speech. This is raw truth. The kind that cuts through the bullshit, the lies, and the religious games we've been playing for far too damn long out here. We're about to dive into the 8th day of the Feast of Tabernacles. And if you don't know what that means, you better strap in, put your seatbelts on, fasten yourselves into your seats. Because it's about to shake everything you thought you knew about your identity, your purpose, and your future as a Negro Israelite scattered to the four corners of this earth. From the favelas of Brazil, I see you. To the townships of South Africa, I see you. From the ghettos of Chicago, what it do? To the slums of Kingston, Mayotte, Wagwan. From the projects of London, fam, to the struggling communities across the Caribbean. This message is for you. For too long, we have been fed a diet of European Jesus, prosperity, gospel nonsense, and religious pacification, designed to keep us asleep while the whole world stands on our fucking necks. The 8th day of Tabernacles isn't just some ancient, quote-unquote, Jewish holiday. It's a prophetic blueprint for what's coming for Israel. The real Israel. The Negro people scattered across this planet. It represents new beginnings, complete restoration, and the end of this current world system that has ground us into dust. So kill a noise out there, family. Turn off that trap music for just a minute. Put down your phone. Stop scrolling through Instagram looking at shit that don't matter. I know what you're doing. What I'm about to lay out is life or death for our people. So let's get into it. The 8th day, the sermon our people need to hear. We turn our books to Leviticus 23, 36, and then verse 39. Again, that's Leviticus 23, 36, and then 39. And it reads, 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto Yah. On the 8th day shall be a holy convocation unto you. And ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto Yah. It is a solemn assembly. And ye shall do no servile work therein. Skip down 39, also in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the fruit of the land. Ye shall keep a feast unto Yah 7 days. On the 1st day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath. So listen to me carefully, family. The Feast of Tabernacles lasted 7 days. That number ain't random, family. We should know what this number means by now. Been repeating myself over and over again. 7 represents completion of a cycle. 7 days of creation. 7 years of plenty. 7 years of famine. 70 years of Babylonian captivity. Genesis 2, verses 2 and 3. And on the 7th day, Yah ended his work, which he had made. And he rested on the 7th day from all his work, which he had made. And Yah blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which Yah created and made. But then we got this eighth day. A day beyond the completion. A day that speaks to something new. Something transcendent. Something that goes beyond the limitations of this present evil world we living in today. So let me break this down for our people in 2025, scattered across every ghetto, barrio, township, and hood on this planet. The 7 days represent our captivity and suffering. It represents the completeness of it. Let me paint this picture for you, because our history didn't start with slavery in 1619, family. That's just when it got documented by these European nations today. Day one, the scattering, started when we got our ass kicked by the Assyrians and Babylonians. The northern kingdom went first around 722 BC, scattered into Assyria, never to return as a unified nation, as it says in 2 Kings 17:6. In the 9th year of Hoshea, the king of Assyria, took Samaria and carried Israel away into Assyria, and placed them in Halah and Habor by the river of Gozan, and in the cities of the Medes. Day 2, the Roman destruction. 70 AD, the Romans came through and demolished Jerusalem, scattered Judah to the four winds. But here's what they don't tell you in these whitewashed history books. Many of our people were already on the coast of West Africa, having migrated and been pushed there over centuries. Luke 21:24, Yah, as Yahushua, says, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, unto the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Still not fulfilled yet, family. That's why them crackers still over there. Day 3, the Arab slave trade, the one that nobody talks about. From the 7th century onwards, Arabs run a slave trade that lasted over 1,000 years. They castrated our men, worked our people to death, and erased our history. But nobody wants to talk about that, do they? This is the one slave trade they don't talk about. It's still going on, family. They still picking our people off from Libya. Look it up, it's still going on. Them Dubai sheiks, they need slaves. Who you think they're going after? Us. Day 4, the transatlantic slave trade, 1500s to 1800s. The big one everybody knows about. Ships like floating coffins, packed with our ancestors, Israelites, stolen from the west coast of Africa. Deuteronomy 28:68 tells you about these ones. And Yah shall bring thee again into Egypt with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Egypt is a symbolic title of bondage. Ships, y'all. Ships. When has any other people been brought back into bondage via ships the way we were? Wait. These crackers can't tell you. Well, see, it said they were born in Egypt. These niggas cannot look past surface. They see Egypt, and that's what they see, a place. They don't see a symbol. Because the Most High has not given them knowledge. That only comes to his remnant, which is black people. These white folks will never, ever understand this until it's too late. When the blinders come off, game is already over. So why waste your breath trying to explain it to these crackers? They will never understand it. It's like teaching a dog how to meow. It won't happen. Between 1525 and 1866, my family, approximately 12.5 million so-called Africans were shipped to the Americas. But these weren't just Africans. These were the children of Jacob, the so-called Negroes, ripped from the western coast, from Senegambia to Angola, the very regions where scattered Israelites had migrated over centuries. Day 5. Jim Crow and segregation. Even after the physical chains came off in 1865, we got psychological chains put on us instead. Segregation in America. Apartheid in South Africa, which officially lasted until 1994. Colonial brutality across the Caribbean and Africa. Our people couldn't vote, couldn't own property, couldn't even drink from the same damn water fountain as these crackers. Deuteronomy 28:13. And thou shalt make thee the head and not the tail. And thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath. If that thou hearken unto the commandments of Yah thy Elohim, which I command thee this day, to observe and to do them. We were supposed to be the head. We're supposed to rule over all these people. But instead we became the tail. The Most High flipped the script on us because we broke covenant. Day number 6. Modern systematic oppression we living in today. Police brutality, mass incarceration, economic slavery. In America, we're 13% of the population, but nearly 40% of the prison population. In Brazil, Afro-Brazilians make up 56% of the population, but 75% of those living in extreme poverty. How can that be? In the UK, black people are 4 times likely to be stopped and searched by the police, despite being the quote-unquote minority there. 2020 gave us George Floyd, suffocated on camera for 9 minutes and 29 seconds. While the world watched, Breonna Taylor shot in her own home. But it ain't just America, it's global. In France, police killed Nahel Merzouk in 2023, sparking riots out there. Our people are being gunned down, locked up, and economically strangled everywhere we are. Day 7. Mental and spiritual death. This is where we are right now in 2025. We got material things, some of us anyway, but we are spiritually dead. We don't know who the hell we are. We worship a white Jesus, celebrate holidays that ain't ours, Christmas, Easter, St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's, Thanksgiving, etc., etc. And we have completely forgotten the laws, statutes, and commandments that define us as Israel. Hosea 4:6, y'all should know about this damn verse. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. We twerking on TikTok, killing each other over corners we don't own, worshiping rappers and athletes who don't give a damn about our collective liberation, and we forgotten the Torah. That 7th day of captivity is complete, y'all. The suffering has run its course. So the 8th day, the new beginning, here's where it gets good. Here's where the message becomes hope. Not just doom and gloom, family. We got hope. This is what keeps you to endure each hellish day that we in. Numbers 29:35. On the 8th day, you shall have a solemn assembly. You shall do no servile work therein. The 8th day is called Shemini Atzeret. It means the assembly of the 8th, or the solemn assembly. This day is separate from the 7 days. It's a new cycle. It represents the world to come. The restoration of Israel, the kingdom of Yah established on earth. Let me break that down, what this 8th day means for us, family. No more servile work. Do you understand what that means? Servile work is slave work, labor for someone else's benefit. From the cotton fields of Mississippi to the sugar plantations of Haiti, from the diamond mines of South Africa to the sweatshops of today, we've been doing servile work for centuries. But the 8th day declares, no more. Isaiah 14:2-3, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. And they shall rule over their oppressors. And it shall come to pass in the day that Yah shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from thy hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve. The table's gonna flip, family. Those who enslaved us will serve us. That ain't revenge, that is justice. That's the restoration of the natural order where Israel is head and not the tail. The 8th day is about gathering all the scattered Israelites from the favelas of Rio to the townships of Cape Town, from the projects of Detroit to the streets of Kingston. We're going to be gathered back, as it says in Isaiah 11:11-12, and it shall come to pass in that day, that 8th day, that new beginning, that new cycle, that Yah shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Four corners of the earth, family. We everywhere. The Most High scattered us to every nation as a curse, but he's going to gather us back as a blessing. Deuteronomy 33:4 says that when Yah thy Elohim will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations, whither Yah thy Elohim hath scattered thee. And if any thine be driven out unto the uttermost parts of heaven, from thence will Yah thy Elohim gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. Right now in 2025, we're seeing a spiritual awakening happening. Negroes all over the world are waking up to their true identity, me included. My wife included. All over this earth. YouTube channels, i.e. me. Podcasts, i.e. me. Social media, i.e. me. The information is spreading like wildfire. From Atlanta to Amsterdam, from Toronto to Tanzania, our people are asking, who are we really? This is the beginning of that gathering, of this 8th day, family. Not just physical, that comes later when Christ returns. But spiritual first. We got to wake up mentally before we can be gathered physically. The 8th day represents resurrection and new creation. Powerful. 8 people were saved in Noah's ark to repopulate the earth. Circumcision happened on the 8th day, symbolizing entering into covenant. Jesus rose on the first day of the week, which is also the 8th day when you count from the previous week's first day, a new creation. 2 Corinthians 5:17, therefore, if any man be in Hamashiach, Christ, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. 8th day. For us as Negro Israelites scattered worldwide, the 8th day prophetically points to our resurrection as a nation. We've been dead, family. Politically dead, economically dead, spiritually dead. But Ezekiel 37:11-12 tells us, then he said unto me, son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. That's you, black people. Behold, they say, our bones are dried, and our hope is lost. We are cut off from our parts. Therefore prophesy and say unto them, thus saith Yah Elohim, behold, O my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up out of your graves and bring you into the land of Israel. Dry bones, family. That's us, scattered, disjointed, disconnected from our identity and heritage. But the prophecy says we coming back to life. From 2023 to now, we see and we saw a resurgence of interest in our true history. DNA tests are confirming West African ancestry. Historical research is uncovering the Israelite migrations. The lies are crumbling. The bones are rattling, coming back together. The 8th day points to the kingdom, family. The 8th day represents the kingdom of Yah on earth. The Messianic age, when Yahushua returns and establishes Israel as the ruling nation over all the earth. Zechariah 14, 9, and then we skip to verse 16. And Yah shall be king. Y'all hear that? And Yah shall be king over all the earth. In that day shall there be one Elohim, and his name one. Y'all hear that, right? What about Jesus? Yahushua. Says he, one Lord. So who's Yahushua then? Is he not just Yah in the flesh? Hello? The reason why he's coming back like he is, he's coming back as Yahushua with that spiritual body. Not that shining one, because it's still going to be flesh. It's going to kill all the flesh. Still has to come and hold that glory in. Until after the 1,000 years are up, there ain't going to be no more flesh after that. Then he can show the true glory. He going to take off the meat suit and say, hey, I was Yah all along. Just like they do in the Undercover Boss, right? Like, oh, you're him. Yeah, he took off the costume. Now you see him, he the CEO. That was me all along. I was down here because I wanted to see how my workers were doing. I wanted to see how my people worked. I wanted to look at the ground level, see what's going on, i.e. Pharisees. Because they was the managers on duty, right? So he went undercover. He put on a meat suit. To see how everything going on down on the ground level. Same day they do the Undercover Boss. And then at the end of the Undercover Boss, he take off the meat suit, take off the costume, and presents himself like, oh my God, you're the CEO. That's what he gonna do when he give the kingdom back to the Father. He's gonna rip off the meat suit. No more costume, because there ain't gonna be no more flesh at that time, family. All spirit. We gonna see the true glory. He gonna say, hey, my people, it was me all along. But most Israelites can't grasp that. Most Christians can't grasp that. This is hidden knowledge that I just gave you. For the majority of y'all, it's gonna go right over your head. But for that remnant, they gonna understand what the fuck I'm talking about. And it's gonna click. That's why I said one Lord here, and his name one. But y'all say Yahushua is a whole other person. How can that be? Then that means this is all false. Continuing, and it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and to keep the feast of tabernacles. So when Christ comes and sets up the kingdom, all nations will be required to come to Jerusalem and celebrate the Feast of Tabernacles. It ain't optional, family. This is the world order under Israelite rulership with Christ, Yah, in the meat suit as king. Isaiah 2, 2 and 3, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yah's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of Yah, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of Yah from Jerusalem. The God of Jacob, not the God of Europe, not the God of colonialism, the God, the Elohim of Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel. So let me bring this down to where we live right now, family. Because prophecy without application is just religious masturbation. Unintentional rhymes. For my people in America, you've been lied to. You've been bullshitted. You've been told you're descendants of slaves with no history before the plantation. Absolute buffoonery. You are the children of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, the southern kingdom. Your ancestors were sold into the slavery from the west coast of Africa precisely because you were already there, having migrated over centuries from the original land. So stop celebrating these pagan holidays like they are yours. Christmas, December 25th, was a Roman Saturnalia. Rebranded, Easter is Ishtar, a fertility goddess. These annual feasts, look what the Most High says about these. Amos 5:21. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. So the Most High don't see you when you celebrating these holidays. My people over here in America. The Most High is talking about fake feast days that ain't his. We need to return to the biblical feasts. Passover, unleavened bread, Pentecost, trumpets, atonement, and tabernacles. These are our feasts given to you, Israel. These are what I celebrate and what I encourage you to celebrate. But most of y'all don't give a fuck about these. Most of y'all didn't even know tabernacles was a thing. Y'all didn't even celebrate it with your boy. You forgot, even though it's been on my community page. Since I did it, all the way in the beginning of this year. For my people in the Caribbean, your suffering has been intense. From the brutality of the plantation system to the economic exploitation that continues today for y'all. You have been ground down, but you are Israel, my people. The same curse in Deuteronomy 28 that hit our people in America hit you too. The earthquake in Haiti in 2010 killed over 200,000 people. Hurricane Maria devastated Puerto Rico in 2017. These aren't just natural disasters. These are judgments connected to our covenant breaking. Deuteronomy 28:24. Yah shall make the rain of thy land powder and dust. From heaven shall it come down upon thee until thou be destroyed. But here's the hope, my people of the Caribbean. The 8th day is coming. Restoration is coming. Keep waking up to who you are out there. Don't let them tell you Haitian or Puerto Rican. I'm talking to the Afro ones here. I ain't talking to the goddamn light-skinned Puerto Ricans out there, you white ones. I ain't talking to you Pitbull. I ain't talking to you Jennifer Lopez. Daddy Yankee, I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to my black ones. Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all over there. Stop fighting each other. Unite as the tribes of Israel scattered across these islands. For my people in South America, Brazil, Colombia, Venezuela. Brazil has the most and the largest population of African descendants outside of Africa. Over 100 million strong. Many of you are Israelites, descendants of those who were shipped during the slave trade. The favelas of Rio, the Quilombos, as they call it, the Afro-Latino communities, you are Jacob's children. The violence, the poverty, the police killings. In 2023, police in Brazil killed over 6,000 people, predominantly black Brazilians. Ain't that a shame? This is all connected to the curses for breaking covenant. Deuteronomy 28:29 says, and thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled forevermore. And no man shall save thee. For that 8th day is about to dawn, my South American people. Stop worshiping Catholic saints, which is idolatry, by the way, and return to the Elohim of Israel, your God, your creator. For my people in Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, Kenya. Some of you never left. Some of you are the remnant that stayed after the scatterings. But you too have suffered colonialism, apartheid, tribal wars, fueled by European power and economic exploitation. even unto this day. The Rwanda genocide of 1994, 800,000 people slaughtered in 100 days. Go look up Hotel Rwanda, family. That movie that came out 2004. That had Don Cheadle in there. Go look that movie up and see how crazy it was. Slaughtered in 100 days. The ongoing conflicts in Congo today over minerals that go into your iPhones that you guys love to scroll on and waste your time on. The apartheid in South Africa that only officially ended in 1994. That's pretty recent, family. But economically continues today. Still poor. Deuteronomy 28, 32 and 33 says, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. And there shall be no might in thine hand, the fruit of thy land, and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed away. That's your resources, my people in Africa. Diamonds, gold, oil, cotton, or coltan, enrich other nations while you starve. That's the curse. But the 8th day promises restoration for y'all. Keep the hope. Endure, my people. For my people in Europe, UK, France, Netherlands, Germany, you're the smallest population numerically, but you're there. Descendants of those brought during slavery and recent migrations. The racism you face, the stop and searches in London, the riots in France after police killings, the discrimination in housing and employment, it's all the same spirit. As I told you before in 2023, France killed 17-year-old Nahel Merzouk. The unrest spread across France. Why? Because our people are sick of the oppression, even if they don't know their true identity yet. But as it says in Deuteronomy 28:37, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations whither the Lord shall lead thee. Black has become a byword, hasn't it? When people want to describe something negative, they say black, as in blacklist, black market, black sheep. Never any positive connotations with that word. That's the curse manifesting, but it's ending, family. Look around. So what do we do with this information about the 8th day? You wake the hell up, number one. Stop being comfortable in Babylon. Stop thinking that getting a good job, a nice car, and a house in the suburbs is the goal. That's servile work, family. You're still a slave, just with better chains on. Revelation 18:4 reminds you, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, that ye receive not of her plagues. Come out of the mindset of this world system. Number two, you return to Torah. Start keeping the Sabbath. Saturday sun up, Saturday sundown. Stop eating pork, shellfish, and the other abominations listed in Leviticus 11. These aren't suggestions, family. These are commandments for Israel. Deuteronomy 28:1 says, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yah the Elohim, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that Yah the Elohim will set thee high above all nations on the earth. The blessings are conditional, family. We want the restoration. We got to return to obedience first. Number three, you teach your children. Stop letting these public schools teach your children that they came from monkeys and that their history starts with slavery. Teach them who they really are. As it says in Deuteronomy 7, Deuteronomy 6 and 7. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. Every black household should be a Torah household, teaching the laws and identity of Israel to your children, so they can grow up and teach it to their children, and so on and so forth, so the cycle never ends. But y'all ain't teaching y'all kids that. Y'all teaching them how to game the system, how to get food stamps, how to get welfare, how to scam. That's what you're teaching your kids what to do. continuing to heap curse upon curse on your bloodline. Good job, dummy. Number 4, unify. Stop the tribal wars all over the earth. Stop the gang violence. Stop killing each other over colors and neighborhoods you don't even have ownership of. We're all Israel, scattered across different nations, speaking different languages, but we the same people. Ezekiel 37, 19 and 22. Say unto them, thus saith Yah Elohim, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, northern kingdom, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, southern kingdom, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand, and I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all. And they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all. One nation, one people under one king, Yah as Yahushua. Number 5, and the last one, prepare for the kingdom. The 8th day is coming, family. Look around you. The Most High crumbling this Babylonian system. Every day, banks are failing. Wars continue to rage on. Weather getting crazier. People are getting crazier. Christ returning. And when he does, he's not setting up a democracy. He's setting up a theocracy with Israel at the top and other nations serving under Israelite rulership. You're going to be leader, black man, black woman. No more of this, well, what about the other nations? Fuck them. They're going to be lucky enough to kiss your boots. We shall reign on the earth, as it says in Revelation 5 and 10. We going to reign, family. Not beg, not protest, not march. We going to reign. Daniel 7:27. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him. So my final word to you Israelites. The 8th day of Tabernacles ain't just about some ancient ritual. It's a prophetic declaration that our suffering, complete as it is after 7 symbolic days of captivity, is about to end. A new day is dawning. The resurrection of Israel is happening right now. Starting with the spiritual awakening, sweeping across our people globally. From Lagos to Los Angeles. From Port-au-Prince to Paris. The dry bones are rattling. But let me be brutally honest, not everybody gonna make it, family. Not every Negro is Israel, and not every Israelite is gonna wake up in time, as Yahushua said. Matthew 22:14, for many are called, but few are chosen. The invitation is going out, but only those who respond, who repent, who return to Torah will see the glory of that 8-day kingdom. And family, that's up to the Most High Yah. He draws who he wants to draw. You have no choice in the matter, no free will. That's what my new album gonna say. Talk about Yah's sovereignty. Literally gonna be called sovereign. And I'm gonna show you. You ain't got no power. Yah wrote who gonna listen, who gonna repent and come back long before you were born. We are all just acting out the play at this point. You think it was my decision to come into this truth? Absolutely not. If it was up to me, I'd still be out there doing whatever the hell I was doing 5 years ago, which was absolutely nothing good. It was him who drew me here. I had no power into this. So I'm asking you today, what are you going to do? Are you going to keep sleeping? Keep chasing after the things of this world? Keep worshiping false gods and celebrating pagan holidays? Or are you going to wake up, remember who you are, and prepare for the greatest event in human history, the return of Yahushua and the establishment of the kingdom of Israel over all the earth? Choice is yours, or shall I say yours? But understand this, the 8th day is coming. with or without you. The question is whether you'll be standing when it arrives or whether you'll be caught sleeping like the foolish virgins who missed the wedding. Matthew 25, 10-13 says, and while they went to buy, the bridegroom came. That's Yah. And they went, and they were ready, went with him to the marriage. And the door was shut. Woo. Afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Yah, Yah, open up to us. But he answered and said, verily I say unto you, I know you not. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. The 8th day of Tabernacles is a memorial of what's to come and a call to action for what must happen now. So get your house in order. Get your mind right. Get back to Torah. Remember who the hell you are. You are Israel, the children of Jacob, the chosen people of the Most High. Scattered, yes. Broken, yes. But not forgotten. As it says in Isaiah 49, verse 15 and 16, can a woman forget her suckling child, that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? Yea, they may forget, yet will I not forget thee. Behold, I have graven thee upon the palms of my hands. Thy walls are continually before me. The Most High hasn't forgotten you, Israel. No matter what the churches say, Israel no more. There's a new church, new Israel, spiritual Israel. Nope. The Most High said, thy walls are continually before me. We are graven on his palms. Can't no heathen or cracker tell you different, family. Let them cry into the void until their face turn blue in their face. It ain't gonna happen. The 7th day of suffering is complete, family. It's done. The 8th day is at hand. Now go and tell somebody. Share this message, please. Wake up your brothers and sisters. The time is short and the night is far spent. The 8th day is dawning and we got work to do. All praise and great glory to the Most High Yah for this word. I pray you guys were spiritually edified, that you got this message, that you understood what this day means. So now you are tasked with going out and sharing this. Now you are held accountable now. What you do with that accountability, only Yah knows, because he already wrote your script. Yah willing, I will be back again this Saturday to do Exodus 21. Keeping on marching through Exodus, family. We are done with the feasts. Until next time in Passover. Hope you guys enjoyed this round of feasts. I hope I made them educational, edifying. Next year, Yah willing, if this country's still here, we will see. I love y'all. Y'all be easy. I see you again on the Sabbath. I leave you with Feast of Light. Shalom, Israel.
Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah. Boots in the backyard, candles lit, hands raised. We remember the wilderness, now we walk a maze. Under these tents we got freedom sound. When his presence dwell, heaven's on the ground, oh. Under the tents we dance tonight. Memories of wilderness in our sight. He carried us 40 years strong. Now we sing that freedom song. Harvesting, wine cups high. Israel shine beneath the sky. Temporary dwelling but eternal bond. Rehearsing kingdom coming beyond. No morning just laughed aloud. Chosen nation, festive crowd. Nehemiah 8 we read the word. From sunrise to the evening stir. 7 days of holy flame. Call the tribes by Yah's name. From Judah hills to Ephraim shore. We feast the King forevermore. Feast of light, feast of joy. Every daughter, every boy, shake the palm, lift the wave, celebrate the God who saves. Tabernacles 25, we alive, we revive. Glory spread through every part, law and love forever stars. Leviticus 23, command was clear. Rejoice before him year by year, and gathering of all increase. 7 days of perfect peace. Who's built high with boughs of trees? Children laughing in the breeze. No sorrow here, no nation strife, just Israel living in the light. From sunset prayers and morning praise, we honor the Ancient of Days. Joy unspeakable, rhythm tight. Feast of Tabernacles ignite.
Hosanna,
Salvation near.
our Redeemer.
Dwelling here. No more wandering, no more pain. Messiah reign on Zion's plain. Feast of unity restored. Jacob see forevermore. From booth to booth the torches shine. Symbol of the holy sign.
We dance prophetic, feet on fire, temple rhythm never tire.
Call what time is this?
Feast time,
Who do we pray?
Most High.
The moon full, the stars align. Season holy pre-designed. Zechariah said the way. Every nation come and stay. If they don't, the rain will cease. But we overflow in peace. Our boots a symbol of his care. He dwell with us, presence there.
Feast of light, feast of joy. Every elder, every boy. Shake the palm, lift the wave. Celebrate the God who saves. Tabernacles 20 style. We alive, we revive. Glory spread through every part. Law and love forever star.
Dance, dance, freedom in advance. He dwell with us again. Now and without end. Dance, dance, freedom in advance. He dwell with us again. Now and without end. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, yeah. Voices hum, ancient tone. Yah dwell with his own. So good joy through every tribe. For the joy and fly, beach on a the eternal hell-tide. The final day, 7 lamps light our way. Pour the water, priestly flow. Spirit's presence overflow. Our King tabernacle once before. He's coming soon to open the door. This feast for rehearsal, love is rain. Every year we'll do it again. No idols, no fame, no lies. Just truth beneath the autumn skies. Israel shout, the world will see the chosen living joyfully. Feast of light, feast of joy. Every daughter, every boy. Booze around, torches, how we praise the wonders at it. Tabernacles 20 sides, forevermore we thrive. He dwell with us, we never part. Written in the years of thy heart. Feast of light, feast of fire, praise ascending ever higher. Feast of light, feast of fire, praise ascending ever higher. Voices of ancient tone, Yah dwell with his own. So good joy through every tribe. 20 eternal vibe, eternal vibe.
Eternal vibe.